my name is Asper. Welcome back to another video on the Dutch Brit, and today I want to show you guys how you can make a Bukkit server on the Mac. No, this is not on Windows. Let me know in the comments below if you want a tutorial for Windows, or you can just Google it, I guess. There's plenty of tutorials. And yeah, it's actually fairly simple if you want to do it. So yeah, let's get started. There's a couple things you will need. That is at first, of course, the craftbukkit file and a start.command. So we'll start downloading craftbukkit itself. So you can do that by going to download or dl.bukkit.org. And now you come to a page where you can choose your build. So the thing is, there's not a recommended 1.5 build out right now. Just make sure you download the right version for the right, or the right Bukkit version for the right Minecraft. So if you want to make a 1.4.7 server, you can download this. But I always recommend you guys just clicking on alternate versions and then clicking on the latest one. So I'm gonna download the beta build for now. You can also click the buttons here and save the file, and that will come under my downloads. Now Bukkit is kind of slow with their downloading, so you gotta wait a little while. But meanwhile that it's doing that, I am going to the folder that I just created for the tutorial server. And we're gonna need a start.command. So I have a start command ready for you guys, and I'll put it in the description, which you can copy and paste. So basically how you do this, you go to text edit, you make a new file. And what you do, you go to format and click on make plain text. Now I'm just going to copy this code like you will just copy this in the description. Once you've pasted it, you want to go to these two little numbers. So this one is the number which indicates the minimum amount of RAM for the server, and this is the maximum, if I'm correct. Now, depending on the amount of RAM that your computer has, I would just leave this as 1 GB. If you want to make your server a bit bigger, which I would not recommend on a desktop computer, you can adjust this. Yeah, the possible value is actually everything is possible, so I would just leave it like this. It works perfectly fine. Now maybe you want to put this on 512. I don't know. You can like mess around with it for a little bit, but you'll be fine like how it is right now. So as you can see, our craftbukkit is downloaded. I'm just gonna drag it and drop it in here, and I'm gonna black out what's under my downloads because it is something you shouldn't have seen. But so what we're gonna do, once we pasted it in our folder, we're gonna rename it to just craftbukkit.jar. That's all. Make sure you add the jar. And what we're gonna do now is this file, the start.command that we just created, we're gonna save it, and not on iCloud, on my desktop. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna save it over here, and we're gonna call it start.command and save it. So as you can see, we have a file now called start.command in our folder. We can close out of it. But the thing is, if you want to start the server now, it's not going to work. It will say that you don't have privileges. So there's an easy way to fix this. What you want to do is you want to open terminal. You can find it under applications, scrolling down to where is it, utilities somewhere. There we go, utilities, and then click on terminal, or you could just use spotlight search if you would like to do that. What we're going to type now is chmod space +x, and we're going to drag and drop the start.command file in there, so it will display the path to it. Now hit enter, and you have given yourself the privileges. So as we start it right now, it will come up, and it will generate itself. So let's wait for that to happen. Meanwhile, we can probably go into one of the files, which is server.properties. Now, by default, your computer will not recognize how to open this, so what you gotta do, right click on it, open with, other, and then search for text edit in your applications list. And once you've opened server.properties with text edit, what we're gonna do is just look at these couple of settings. So if you've never had a Bukkit server before, that's fine. Let's just go over them. Generator settings is something that we're going to be leaving blank. Allow nether is to allow the nether. You can either put this to true or false. True stands for allowed, false for not allowed, of course, or off. or on and off. Level name, world, I will leave that the same. Enable query, this is most likely if you're going to host a server at a host. So you can put this to true, it really doesn't matter. I would recommend putting it to true though. Allow flight, that depends on if you want to allow flighting on the server or not. I would leave it to false. Server port 25565, that's perfectly fine. Level type default, leave that the same. Enable recon, we can leave that to false. Level C, there's nothing there. And then we have the server IP. Now, depending on what you want to do, I would leave this blank, right? If you're gonna do an Hamachi server or just a server on your local host, so in your local network, I will leave this blank. But if you're gonna be port forwarding to let people use your external IP to do it, you would have to put your external IP there. So there's a lot of tutorials for that. I might make one soon as well, but for now I'll just leave it blank because it'll work for Hamachi and your local network. The max build height, you can leave that the same. NPCs, blah blah blah. Whitelist, you're gonna have whitelist, true or false. Spawn animals, I would leave that to true, of course. Snooper enable, leave that to true. Hardcore, that's all up to you, of course. Texture pack, now, for example, if you want to, well, texture pack means that if it prompts a message that the server recommends a certain texture pack. So all you gotta do is just put the link to the texture pack here, for example, www.specs.com/blah blah blah, /zip. So the actual zip file, make sure you do that, and it will prompt them to use the texture pack or not. Online mode, true, of course. PvP, to true or false, that's all up to you. Difficulty, I think 1 stands for easy, 2 for 2 for medium, and 3 for hard. 0 is for peaceful or something. I'm actually not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure 1 is easy or normal. Just leave it the same because nobody uses hard nowadays. Game mode, 0 is for survival, 1 is for creative. Max players, so this is the amount of slots, the amount of people that can join at one time, so you can customize with that. Spawn monsters, true or false, I'll leave that to true. Generate structures, of course to true. View distance, if you're having lag issues sometimes, I would lower this number, but for now 10 is perfectly fine. And then the message of the day is displayed on, of course, the multiplayer screen. So I could call this Astros server and save it. Alright, so you can save the file. As you can see, our server has started up and it has generated the world and basically everything. So let's go to Minecraft and see how it runs. Alright, now that we're in Minecraft, we want to choose what IP we're gonna basically type in. So, like I said previously, if you're gonna host this computer for your local network, what you gotta do is just type localhost. If you're gonna port forward, you need your external IP, which I'm not gonna show you, of course. So for now, I'm just gonna type localhost. And we'll log in, and there we are. In our private server, we have 20 slots, as you can see, at the tab list. Yeah, our own little server, I think. So yeah, guys, this is my tutorial on how to make a Bukkit server on the Mac. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to comment down below, and I'll be happy to help you. Also, I want to link you guys to the Bukkit forums, which is located at forums.bukkit.jar. If you have any other questions, it's a really helpful forum, and there's a lot of nice people out there, so they're willing to help you. But anyway, that's about it for this video. Like I said, I'm probably gonna do one for Windows, but there's a lot of tutorials out there for that, as well as for Mac. But now that I'm running on a Mac, I thought, well, why not? So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Like I always say, subscribe if you want. It's completely optional. If you don't want to do it, then that's fine. Leave a like if you want it, of course. And leave a dislike if you thought the video was bad. And maybe leave something down in the comments below where we can improve in a future video. That's basically it. Sorry for all the umming. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying it. And I will see you guys in a future video. Bye.